Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So this year I'm using a Donna U bullet journal. This is one of the most common bullet journals that you get in South Africa. You can order online from them. They're not expensive. They're very quickly at your doorstep, and they're really nice for a beginner as well as advanced bullet journalists. So I just wrote in the first page my bullet journal of common domain so that I know this is the year I'm starting at. And the first spread is also, it sticks to the front page, so it's not really nice to write on anything. So that's just why I do it like that. Then it's my reflection page of 2020 that you just saw me doing. I'll write in what happened in 2020, good or bad, things that happened to us. But it's just a reflection page of the previous year. I really like this spread. I did it last year for the first time, and this year I just made it so much more spacious for me to work in. So this is the spread I'm doing to show me and everyone that this is my 2021 journal. I chose a very simplistic setup for my journal for the start of the year because it can get cluttered very quickly when you start writing in stuff, goals and dates and all of that. So I chose something that would stick to a very simplistic format so that it wouldn't with all the clutter that's gonna be written in throughout the year, it wouldn't look so messy as it did previous years for me. So I did some line work and then I just colored it in with my black pen. I will link down below what pens I use for this year. I did get some new ones, so they're quite nice and very smooth to work with, so I would recommend you using these. You will see that my journal doesn't really do trackers or have any trackers in them. Just because I'm not doing it doesn't mean you cannot do it. It is something that some people love doing and continuously do. It keeps them motivated. For me, it's just something I leave open and is using up space I can use for something else. I do have something at the end of my January spread that you might find different also from other people's spreads, but I did really love making that and it's unique to me, so must your journal be unique to you. The next page I wrote in the quote that I chose for me throughout the year. It says, "Do what makes your soul shine." This just reminds me to do some things that are just for me, like bullet journaling. It is not for other people and it makes my soul happy, and that is what I hope to achieve this year. So for my next spread, I did a year at a glance. I didn't do any headings to announce it's a year at a glance, but I did still love the simplicity of it. The thing is, I wrote down 4 months per page. Next to it, I left a space open for me to write in important dates as I will go throughout the year, and I will write the birthdays in of each month next to that. These dates will be planned beforehand, which I will go back then to each month and then write into my monthly calendar on the bigger spreads that I do each month. Something different that I did this year as well is that I wrote in my Saturday and Sundays, my weekends, in a different color just to make it easier when you glance at it. It's just a dark blue, so it's not that too much if you just glance at it, but it is just to make sure that you know that is a weekend date. which is quite nice. When I flipped through it again, I did realize that I really like this. So with the dividing lines of each month, I did write in birthdays, and on top of that I will write each person's birthday for the month. Just continuing with the year at a glance on this page, just showing you quickly again what I'm doing with writing the names of the months, the changing of colors on the weekends, and then the birthday lines. The next page that we'll get to now is the goals page. Now, the goals page to me is something that is so useful. I will write in my yearly goals, things that I think I will achieve and want to achieve, but also some things that I think might take 2 to 3 to 5 years. And then I will just not look at it again. Although I do go look at it throughout the year every 3 to 6 months, I try not to look at it every day, because I try to make it part of my life, to make it known to me and to work for it, even though it's not a constant reminder of you must achieve this, because that just makes me negative. So I need to work for it in a sustainable way. Each year I will also go back before I start my new journal and go see what I've accomplished and what should be written down in the new journal. So this is a date night ideas spread or page that I really love doing, because I write down ideas for the year that we can do for a date night. We do a date night about once a month, just because we do have a busy schedule and everything, so it does work out approximately for once a month. It could be simple things like just a movie night at home or cooking dinner together, but I do like writing them down, and if somebody gives me an idea, I will come and write it down and just see if we can do it or implement it in our lives. So the next page is the what I want page. This page I would write small things that I wouldn't necessarily buy for myself, or big things that I wouldn't buy for myself. But when someone asks you if you what do you want for your birthday, what do you want for Christmas, then you have something to refer back to, because it is a spread of something that is filled of things and ideas of what someone can buy you. The next page, I'm writing down God's promises for 2021, or for my life, and I'm writing down on the page next to it who God says I am. These are very spiritual pages, and will depend on if you are spiritual, if you would need something like this or not. My next spread is a work-related year at a glance. So Emit Photography is the company I'm working for, and this will be just the yearly planning for us. This is very important to me, so I do need something that I can refer back to quickly, easily, and that is accessible to me, not just in my office, but in my daily routine as well. This spread does look a little bit different than my personal one, because you can see all 12 months in one glance on one spread. I think this can also work for when you have children at school and you need to see the yearly planning for yourself as well as for them, to know which dates are important and what is happening. So next is the final flip through of my bullet journal for 2021. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and will be subscribing to my channel. I would really love it if you do. Thank you for watching my bullet journal 2021 setup, and I will see you in the setup for January 2021.